Happy Monday, Flosstube. Hello, crafty friends. How's everybody doing today? It is Monday, November the 30th. My name is Caroline. Welcome back, Daily Crafty Chat. It is already 2:15 in the afternoon, and I have had a very, very fun, busy day getting lots of work done and preparations for starting Flossmas tomorrow. I've seen the Flossmas ornament for this year. Patty was not able to complete the stitched version in time, but she's got a lovely little mock-up of what it will look like, the ornament for this year. So I'll have details on that tomorrow. I have a few giveaways to take care of first, because I've been talking about taking care of these giveaways for the last week and a half. So it's time to get to it. So I figured out, and I'm pretty sure I've got everything here. If I think I had 4 giveaways to take care of that I hadn't chosen a winner yet. If I've missed one, let me know. But I think I've figured it out. So first of all, I had the oldest one that I had to still give away was this chart by Rovaris. Now Rovaris, the designer, sent me a few charts to give away last year. I still have 1 or 2 charts left still to give away. So this one, the mermaid and the pirate skeleton, the winner chosen from this particular giveaway was Katie Arnold. So congratulations, Katie. If you would please message me privately your address. Actually, a side note about that, if you could please email me. I know that when I leave a comment on Facebook, I say message, and if you do message me, I will try to make sure I go in and get there. But if you email it to me, caroline@evertote.com, and message it to me on Facebook Messenger, one way or the other, please send me your details and I will get this in the mail to you. So that's the Rovaris chart. The second one that I had to give away was this snowman chart from Little House Needleworks called All Dolled Up. I offered this one up a number of weeks ago as a Because Monday giveaway, and the random comment chosen was Audrey Katzenberger. So congratulations, Audrey. This chart is going in the mail to you. Next up, I had last week's Because Monday giveaway, which was the JBW Designs Golden Hearts. And I still like the idea of stitching this in a different colored thread. Stitching, you know, it for any occasion, not just a 50th wedding anniversary. Now, I should have clarified last week, this chart does not include the charm, and I hope that's okay. It didn't have the charm on the inside of this one, so I apologize. It's not that I stitched it and used the charm, it just didn't, I don't have one for it. And the random comment chosen was Patricia Pilling. So congratulations, Patricia. This chart is going out to you. So if you want to send me your details, I just want to make sure, there we go. There it is. And last but not least, the very last giveaway that we had to announce was for the 123 Stitch $15 gift certificate. And the random number comment chooser chose a comment from Michelle Turner. So congratulations, Michelle. All 4 of these winners, I have left you comments on your comment in the Facebook group. So you should have received a Facebook notification from me already. So if you're the Michelle Turner that has received a comment, then you are the winner of the $15 gift card. And so I have also tagged Gail in the message to you so that you can get directly into contact with her, because Gail B was the one behind this gift of friendship and generosity, and she's going to take care of those details. So fantastic, love it. I have a new chart for giveaway today because it's Monday. So because we are heading into the season of joy and celebration, I have another JBW Designs chart to give away this week. I love them. They're so cute. They're so small and pretty, and I really like, I like these designs quite a lot. So I have a fair number in my little pile. So the next one up for this week is called Joy, and here's the chart. This one is actually from my personal stash. So this one is going to be sent out to a stitcher, one of you. That's so cute. I just love those little birds. Oh, they're so pretty. Okay, so again, you can find all of these giveaways that I've done today. These are all Facebook giveaways. So you are welcome to join us over on the Facebook group. The group is called Friday Off the Grid. And yes, you do have to answer a couple of questions in order to join the group, because you'd be surprised at how many survivalist and prepper people try to join the Friday Off the Grid group, because, well, they're looking for off the grid groups. So it stands to reason that that is why that happens. So I'll often get people who are asking to join the group, and the question, are you a cross stitcher? They're like, of course I am. And I always think, I know it's a silly question, but trust me, there's a reason for it. So there are a couple of questions, and occasionally we have a survivalist keen person somehow slip through the comment, the screening process, and every once in a while we will have a post about you know, preparing your underground bunker preparation, food storage, things like that. So not that we're not all a little interested in that at some point or other in our lives, and possibly have all thought about that at one point or the other during the year 2020. However, Friday Off the Grid is a cross-stitch group, predominantly cross-stitch group. Many of us on that group are multi-craftual, and so occasionally we will share crochet, knitting, sewing, and every week we have an update on our Facebook baby Kai, who was born prematurely. Kai is now 7 months old. I think he's 7 months old, and his grandma posts an update on Kai's progress every Friday, and she also posts as well a photo of her stitching and quilting, sewing and knitting progress as well. And it's always one of my favorite posts to see on Friday night and get a little Kai update. He is the most beautiful little baby boy, and just to be able to see him, watch him grow and improve week by week has been really, really, really nice. Okay, so one more little bit of administrative business before I move on. I am hoping that I have a viewer named Barbara G. I will not say your last name on the podcast, but Barbara, on November the 28th, through my shop, through Evertote, you purchased the Miss Margaret Ann Rollo chart, as well as the 2018 Holiday Mitten PDF chart. The email address that you provided with me in your order was incorrect. I have no other way of getting a hold of you other than printing out a copy of the chart and mailing it to you, which of course I will do if you don't see this message or you don't happen to email me in the next week wondering where your PDF is. I'm not quite sure how else to get the news to you. So Barbara G, you placed an order November 28th. You are still missing your PDF mitten pattern because it has bounced back to me. So if you see this, if you could please send me an email, caroline@evertote.com, then I can make sure that I get that PDF out to you as soon as possible. So thank you. Okay, one last little itty bitty thing before I move on and show you what I've been working on. And that is about the adorable little animal that I mislabeled as a hedgehog last week, which was the Australian beauty of an animal, the echidna. I got a message, I had a comment left by Patchy Pony Stitcher, and I've watched her a number of times. And if you're a fan, if you're a lover of Australia and that beautiful accent, you're gonna want to go and check out her channel. But she left me a link, or she told me that she had a specific video from last December that had some footage of the echidna at the beginning of her video. So of course I had to go and watch it, and it's adorable. It is so cute. So I'm gonna leave a link to her video in the drop down box below, and I highly recommend, if you think that they're the cutest little creatures ever, then you should go and check out her video and stay for the stitching, because even though her video was a year old, it was still fun. And I as I was watching it, I thought, I think I've watched this video before, but you know, when you watch a lot of Flosstube, or you keep it on in the background, and sometimes, you know, we all stitch a lot of the same stuff, and so she might have shown something that I saw on somebody else's channel, but there was something very familiar and a little bit comforting about her video. So it was, I did not just stay for the echidna, I stayed for the stitching as well, and it was lovely. Okay, and so that takes care of everything that I had to tell you about, except for my crafting. So let's get to that. I'm going to start with the knitting today, because I got some progress on my Fruity Pebbles sock. This is the second sock. Here's the yarn. That is the yarn. This is a Leo and Roxy yarn. This was a Sock of the Month Club, August 2019, from Leo and Roxy. It comes with a beautiful gray mini for the heels and toes. I believe it's an 80-20. Where's my tag? I always show you the outside of the tag, but I often forget to tell you the blend of the yarn. It is, yes, it's an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. 100% good vibes. They have great tags. Okay, so I tell you they have great tags, and then I don't show it to you, do I? I know, there you go. There's my Leo and Roxy. So Fruity Pebbles, so that a viewer named the yarn that, which I highly agree with, because it's just such a fun colorway. So first sock, just a little reminder, first sock is done. Second sock, I am closing in on the heel. So there's my second sock. Now, take a good look, because you're not going to see this sock again for a little while. I have decided that I'm going to put these socks away for the month of December. So my Fruity Pebbles sock, I'm closing the zipper, and I will see you in January. But I promise I will get back to it in January, and it will be a sock that I get back to finishing. I have plans for 2 new sock starts in December, and they are both awaiting me in that bag right there. And I'll tell you about them tomorrow, because I also brought out my other sock. This one is not going away in the month of December because it's just too pretty. Well, not that my Fruity Pebbles one isn't pretty, but those colors, I want them for January, for that, you know, after the excitement of Christmas is over and you need that little lift to your spirits when, you know, there's no more Christmas or holiday to look forward to. That's what I'm saving it for. It's gonna be my secret weapon to the January blahs. So my Biscuit sock. Do you remember my Biscuit sock? So I finished, I know they look big, don't they? The cuff is not a regular rib cuff. It's a totally different pattern. So it's not, it doesn't cinch in at the top like a regular 2x2 rib. So this is a, oh, look at that yarn. That is so pretty. That is so pretty. So I finished the cuff and I've started down into the leg of the sock. I had very little time since Friday, but every minute counts. And so I thought I really want to get some more work into that sock. because the yarn is just so beautiful and the pattern is fun. It's a little bit different. So this yarn is by Polka Dot Creek. It's called Pistachio Nut Crunch. It's got all of these little flecks of browns, tiny little bit of rust, greens, darker greens, lighter greens, minty green. Oh, it's just so, so pretty. So that's Polka Dot Creek. It came with two minis, chocolate and caramel. I'm pretty sure this is the caramel. I've got the chocolate one way over there in my yarn bowl, so I'll show it to you tomorrow. But this is the caramel. At least I'm assuming this is the caramel one. Beautiful, beautiful color. This is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And again, Polka Dot Creek is from Airdrie, Alberta, Canada. So again, another indie dyer from Canada. Just beautiful, beautiful quality yarn. Really, really nice. And again, this pattern that I'm knitting is from a podcaster that I've told you about before, but in case you missed me mention her before, her name is Lorraine, and her podcast is called Ellinesse Crafts. I will leave a link in the drop down box below. Lorraine is multi-craftual, and again, I've said this before, but in case you missed it, the thing that I really, really like about watching Lorraine is that she's just excited about everything that she does. And so she wants to learn, you know, she wants to learn tapestry. So she starts tapestry and she's all in. And then she wants to do diamond painting and she's all in. And then she wants to do crochet and she's all in. And everything is all in, but she's very calm. So there's that excitement combined with a gorgeous British accent, combined with a really calm speaking voice. And it's this, I'm always, it's again, it's one of those comfort things. I just like to listen to Lorraine when I'm crafting. She's yeah, she's a smart cookie, and I like what she makes. She makes garments look manageable. I've never been a garment knitter, mostly because well, it's a long story, but it's just not my forte, and I'm sure it could be my forte if I put the time and effort into the practice of it. But I'm comfortable with socks. I'm good at socks, so I knit socks. I'm comfortable at cables, so I do cables. I'm comfortable with rectangles, so I knit afghans and shawls and scarves, things like that. But garment knitting, where, you know, you're either seaming or doing things that I haven't learned how to do yet, I just tend to put them off. But Lorraine knits these garments and they fit and they look great, and it's just, I find it really inspiring. So this is her pattern. It's called the Biscuit sock. It's like a plain vanilla sock with a little bit of extra, little bit of flair added to a vanilla sock. So I'm really enjoying that, and again, the yarn is gorgeous, so it's been nice to get back to that. My battery light's flashing. Let me just change it out and I'll be right back. Okay. Next up, I had a little mini stitching finish on Friday. Shortly after I put up the Friday video, before I started my party, I had a couple of minutes, so I popped in and I finished the stitching on the bottom block of the Colors of Venice, which is my Historische Stickmuster pattern. By the way, Dorothy and Uta's the Historische Stickmuster Advent Calendar chart is now available. This is a free stitch along that you can find both on the Silk Stitching app as well as through the blog on their website. Yeah, the website is, no, the website's not on there. That's her personal address, email address. If you just Google historischestickmuster.com, you're going to find the store. There's how you spell it, so look up. That's right there. That's how you spell it, .com. And there's a Google Translate button in your browser bar. Just if you hit that button, it'll translate the whole site to English. And You should be, because if you don't have an iOS device, you can still get the stitch along for free through the blog. So you don't have to have an iPad, you don't have to have the silk stitching app, which I thought was a really nice little gift from them to us. So if you do have the silk stitching app, what it is, every day you get to open a little box of the pattern, and by the end of I think it's on the 24th or the 25th, or 24 little bits to the pattern, and then by the end of it you'll have the whole PDF. It's not a PDF, excuse me, on the silk stitching app. It's just, you'll have the whole pattern in your library and to enjoy. And thanks again to Dorothea and Uta, which is, it's a beautiful, it's got pinks and reds and a little bit of gold. I won't give it away, because if you haven't seen the whole pattern, then it'll be like a little surprise. And when you get to the end, you'll see what I mean. So I took a little video of my little finish because it's still on my floor frame. I don't want to take it off my floor frame because I am ready to start this block. It's just above it. And so I don't want to take it off my frame until I've started that, because that blue is calling my name. So I'm going to just insert that little tiny bit of video so that you can, I have proof that I finished it. It's right here. There she is, my very first completed block for the Colors of Venice. And I am ready to go with the block directly above. Got my floss ready. So yeah, hopefully within the next couple of days I'll put the first few stitches into that next block. Love it. It is so beautiful. See, I do finish things. Even if they're, you know, parts of things, I eventually get where I'm going. I eventually get there. I have a little update on my Jeanette Douglas designs. This is the Blooming Bouquets stitch along that I am hosting. I am stitching number 4, which is called Beautiful. And, oh, it's just so pretty. And here's my progress. Ta-da! So, I have almost completed the vase. There is a little bit more stitching to the top of the vase, again with the same Mississippi mud silk threads and colors. So a little bit more to the vase at the top, and then I'm going to finish the satin stitch border and then start to work my way up the sides with the floral border here. So I am going bottom to top. And it's so pretty. I love it. It's just so pretty. It's so delicate and pretty. And I am using the called for materials for this project. Okay, next up is Sevan. I think I put about another hour in of progress since the last time I shared it on Friday. I did sit down with it, so no, maybe a couple hours, because I did work on it on Friday night, as well as my Blooming Bouquet, and yeah, I'm sure I put in at least 2 hours of this. My phone's not here, so I haven't checked the timer, so I'm not showing you my timer progress today. But there you go. So as you can see, I filled in a fair bit of this motif here, and the black. This is now done up till there, and I finally filled in those 4 missing stitches that were in there, so those are done too. So slow and steady. Okay, I only have one more thing to share with you today. One more thing. And it's not a completed quilt, but it is an almost completed quilt top. And I say almost because I realized I don't have the sashing done on the long edges. So everything else except the sashing on the long edges for Josh's quilt is done. it's done. It's all completely put together. I know this is a pitiful way for me to show it to you. You're just going to have to take my word for it. Once I've got the sashing on, perhaps I'll get one of the kids to, there, if I lean back and I throw it up in the air, you can kind of see. So it is, it's coming. We, you know, I remember I told you Saturday was going to be sandwich day. The family had other plans. The family had other plans other than me sandwiching a quilt together for my friend Josh. So my dear friend Josh will just have to wait a couple extra days for her quilt. But it's coming. I am getting there. So I'm going to put the sashing on here hopefully tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to try and sandwich it. But I have some work to do as well, so I'm going to have to try and sneak it in between. So there will not be, there won't be any new crafting on any of the whips that I've shared with you today, because any crafting time that I have tonight after my work is done is going to be spent on Josh's quilt. So I will share that with you tomorrow. However, I have a bunch of other things. I'm just going to fold this up so that it doesn't touch the floor. There we go. So one almost done, 99% done quilt top, ready to be 0.1% completed tonight and then sandwiched together tomorrow. And then I'm not sure, I'm going to have to fit the quilting in as well. We are, John and I are we're going away for a couple of days on Friday and Saturday. So I'm losing a couple of days to work on that. So I'm going to have to really sort out my time, as well as celebrating Flossmas as well. It's going to be a very busy week. So I think that is it. Okay, so that's it for me today. It is the very end of November. I need to hop out and take Nicholas to a doctor's appointment this afternoon. So it's already 10 to 3. So I won't be able to edit this video until I come back. So this video is probably not going to get up until about 7:30 or 8 o'clock tonight. And hopefully I'll be a little earlier with tomorrow's first Flossmas video. So Flossmas. Very first year that I did it, I did something a little bit fun, and I started a new Christmas ornament every day from a pile of just cross-stitch ornament magazines that I had in my stash. Last year I did not do that, but I think I did some other holiday stitching, as well as a few other, I had a few other floss tubers do special videos, kind of like a little treasure hunt, where I would send you to a different person's channel to watch a little video that they had done for Flossmas. And if you haven't seen Elena B's holiday apartment tour from last year's Flossmas, that was great. And Ellen, Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour, did a video song for us last year, which was also really fun. Gerald read a story. Ginger Gerald Stitcher, he read a story, and Crafty Kim did a finishing video. Well, I'm just going off my memory here, and I'm sure I have forgotten at least one or two others, and I did a daily video as well. So, but frankly, mine weren't nearly as fun as the other ones. So this year, again, it's going to be a little low key. Last year we raised a lot of money for Muscular Dystrophy Canada. I do hope to raise some money again this year for Muscular Dystrophy Canada. We'll have Patty's ornament coming out tomorrow, and I will share that with you. And I have a few new starts planned, a few fun things for myself to celebrate the holidays, and relaxing into the end of the year, and very much looking forward to a fresh start in 2021. But that's not to say that I want to wish the season away. We went and got our tree this weekend. Quite a funny story about the Christmas tree that we ended up with, but I'm going to save that story for tomorrow. So that's it for me today. I need to get out the door with Nicholas, so I wish you well for the very end of November 2020. I hope you're well, I hope you're safe, and I hope that you have some time for some crafting this evening for yourself. And I'll see you tomorrow for Flossmas Day 1. Take care, everybody. Happy stitching. See you tomorrow.